Toss and Toll, we're here for the Steve Prescott Legends game. Your thoughts on Steve Prescott as a player?
As a player, obviously he did very well with St Helens, winning championships and winning Challenge Cups, but as a person I think he exceeds everything as a player because of the fact that he's such a genuine person. And I went away on tour with him in '96 and got on really well with him, and just it's a shame as what's happened with Steve, but he's fighting the illness very well, and it's great to see everyone here turning up today and putting their hands in their pockets for Steve Prescott, because that's the type of person he is.
Your reaction when you were asked to be involved?
Straight away. I was honoured, to be honest, when Martin rang me up and spoke to me about the game. Travelling really didn't come into it. It's just the fact that I wanted to be here for Steve, and I'm sure that every other person who's here today, whether it be a supporter or whether it be a player, is indebted to what Steve has given the game and really wants to give something back to both himself and his family.
Oh, great player. Fantastic. Wow, with it all. It was an inspiration to many. And you know, as a bloke, genuine gentleman. And
he'll be remembered as such for the '96 final, which is one of the teams that's out here today.
Yeah, without a doubt, and the lad deserves it, you know. And it's been well documented. This is his biggest challenge so far, and what he's going through pales into insignificance. In fairness, some of the things he's done as a rugby league player, but they've got to be remembered as well.
I think what it shows is when it was announced, the rugby league family are basically turning out and doing anything they can for him, and this is another classic example.
Without a doubt, you know, and I think you'll find that most people or everybody in the rugby league game who either knows him or knows of him will do as much as they can to help him, as they would with anybody else.
It's just totally in my thoughts. It's a horrible thing for anyone to deal with, and someone that you're close with and been a teammate and, you know, gone into battle as such. It's an awful thing, and obviously the biggest battle's with Steve, but I mean, I can be confident in what Steve was like as a player, and nobody's going to be like to battle this, and I'd rate him with anyone else to beat it.
And you played with him for the seasons he was here, and you were involved with him in the '96, '97 finals.
Yeah.
Great competitor.
Excellent. Obviously, you know, Steve's always said that he's had to battle, you know, with people about his size. He's overcome battles like that. From a playing point of view, it was great to have someone like Steve, because it was one less worry. You always knew that, you know, when the ball went to Steve, it was the safest option for us. The amount of work he done and the bravery that he's shown, and I'm sure he's carried that on and set his goals for the coming years.
What a game we're going to have today.
Yeah, it should be a good spectacle. The weather's a bit drizzly, so hopefully the crowd will still turn up, but it's nice to see all the lads, and hopefully it'll not be too rough.
And the '96 final is one that everybody will remember. I'm sure you will yourself. Steve scored a couple of tries, and you went over the line twice as well.
Yeah, special time to everyone, I think. Regardless, it doesn't matter how long you don't see people from that team, you still have a bond there together, even though you don't see each other for 4 years at a time. It's still like you've not seen each other from like yesterday. We all used to travel all over the world together and things like that, so it should be nice to see everyone.
And when you do meet, I suppose the crack will be there, that rugby league crack.
Yeah, well, this is a special thing about rugby league, isn't it? If one of our own get hurt, we all come out, don't we? And this is what makes our game so special. So more for them for a good laugh, and hopefully we can raise some good money.
Phil Leasley, you've won a competition, and obviously you're going to take part in the Steve Prescott testimonial game today. Yep. You're going to be involved for perhaps 5-10 minutes in each half. Are you looking forward to it?
Very much so, yeah. Nervous, but looking forward to it,
yeah. Prescott, one of your heroes. Well, they're all our heroes, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, 1 to 17, 1 to 29, however many's turning out today. All legends, all heroes, yeah.
And Mum and Dad are going to be here today, friends of mine, Jack and Kate, and they'll be G and Yon, won't they?
Absolutely, they're making some noise, yeah.
Are you hoping to get... it's full tackle, you know. We're not going to be pouncing about with it, just tick, you know.
No worries, I'll put a fire in touch. I believe he's here today, so yeah, on the pop side in touch, that'll do me.
Obviously, Steve is in ill health, and we wouldn't wish this on anybody, but I hope there's a great following here to help him out in his hour of need.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that I'm here and playing with some people I've idolised growing up is an aside, really. I'm just pleased to be part of what's going to be hopefully a great occasion and raise some money for him.
And a great player he was, and so unassuming.
Absolutely, great guy.
Yeah, I played with Stephen, I think I was at Saints 5 years, I was with Stephen 3 or 4 years at Saints. I mean, I played the majority of my games with Stephen in the reserves. He broke through before me, but I did play a few first team games with Stephen as well, yeah. But I was actually at the training session when they were told him when he come down from upstairs he probably wouldn't be big enough to make it as a rugby league player here at St Helens. I mean, the lad was very disappointed down that night, I still remember it. But look what happened then. He went away, I think he went away for 6 weeks. I think he went to Widnes for a little bit, played a little bit of football, come back, and the rest's history. He ended up scoring the 2 tries at Wembley, didn't he? And having a great career, Hull, Great Britain, Lancashire.
That just shows the determination and the spirit of the guy.
It does, Steve. He's always been like that. They said to him he's too small, he went away, he worked on his upper body strength, as you could see. I mean, I watched some of the videos on Boots North of the week, and when he first broke through, there was nothing of him. But about 12 months later, 18 months, he'd worked really, really hard in the gym. I knew the gym used to go to Nick Naylor's here in St Helens, and he put a lot of size on by sheer effort, determination, and the will to be a rugby league player here at Saints.
Yeah, I played with him at Hull, and he's a fine chap, and I'm pleased to be here today to support him.
And it must have been devastating news when it came out in public, his circumstances.
Yeah, I don't think he realised until you actually saw Steve and how much weight he'd lost and everything, that how much it hit home. And when I first saw him at Hilton Hotel when they were a do for him down there, and I was quite shocked to see how bad it had affected him in his weight and everything.
And you've come here to be involved in this game, but I suppose, a player to battle away in relation to winning grand finals. You're watching your grand final ring off against Wigan.
Yeah, end of the day it's a ring, and my memories are always going to be there, and if it's going to raise a bit of cash for him and his family, then all the better.
And your reaction when you were asked to play in this game?
Oh, chuffed to bits. It's going to be a great occasion. I know it's a wrong occasion to be all coming together, but on the other hand, you're not going to get this collection of players ever again, I don't think.
I'm glad it's a good turnout, and I hope it's a good game as well. Looking forward to it.
So you're looking forward to putting the boots on and striding the turf of Knowsley Road again?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a good cause. I mean, Steve's, I've known him when I was at Hull, and he looked after me there, so it's good to give something back.
You well remembered for it's a wide to west. You're looking forward to a wide to west today?
Well, if I get the opportunity, then I hope it comes along. But I mean, I'll get some stick for this, but I hope it does. So.
Well, it's one of these occasions, isn't it? There's going to be a good crowd on. I mean, they're not just going to come from St Helens, they'll be from all over, won't they?
Yeah, well, I hope it's a good crowd, because it's a good cause, like I say, and I hope they come from everywhere as well. Yeah.
And Steve, what's your fondest memory of him?
Well, I just remember him at Wembley when he's scored that try on the sticks. So I hope it's a good game for him.
I think it's a great cause. Steve's going through trouble, and the way that the rugby league community is pulling together as a whole, it's fantastic.
And there's been some great do's, and this is going to be another one, isn't it? It's the 96 side against the legends.
That's correct, yeah. I mean, the 96 team, I was so lucky to be in it. It was a great game. It holds so many records for what happened, and playing against a team of legends, it's great just to come back to the ground, see everybody, and pull my boots on and play again.
If my memory serves me right, you managed to get over the try line on that hallowed turf on that comeback.
Yeah, I fell on the ball just to put us ahead. Back end of the match, and it was a great day. 80,000 fans jumped in the air. I'll never forget it.
And Precky, I mean, he started off the game with 2 tries, and he came within a crossbar of being the first one to get a hat-trick.
He sure did. He played brilliant that day. Precky was, everyone played really well. Even Bobby Goulding managed to put a few kicks in. So yeah, it was a great match and a great occasion.
Bobby Goulding, your thoughts on Steve Prescott?
Away from rugby, mate, rugby player, just a top guy. Unbelievable bloke. Rugby away from rugby, mate. He's just a gentleman. Him and Lindsay, 2 lovely people, and hopefully we can go out there today and raise as much money as we can.
He's always been a fighter, and he's fighting this the way he did on the field.
Yeah, he is, mate. The size of him, he's not that big of a bloke, but loads of heart on him, and he's just a gentleman, mate.
Obviously you played with him, and he'll be remembered. I suppose you'll be remembered also for the 96 final. You set him up for those 2 tries that started Saints off on that winning roll initially.
Yeah, 14 minutes. Nobody would have been talking about Robbie Paul for the first 3 tries at Wembley. Steve had scored 2 in 14 minutes, and I was running to the right-hand side of the field to Scott Gibbs' side, and Precker said, "Bob, hit the crossbar." Precker dove through the air and the ball at the crossbar. Precker would have scored 3 tries. He shouldn't have said it at the crossbar. No, absolute gentleman he is.
Well, he was an excellent player, and I think he proved that the way that not just performed for St Helens, Hull and Great Britain there, and I think overall, as a man himself, he never shirked anything, especially on the high ball. Defensive quality was excellent, and I think the way that the combination what he had there, coming into the line with Bobby Goulding and Tommy Martin, it was excellent, and he would have created rugby league.
You mentioned that, and Bobby put those couple of bombs up in the opening 14 minutes, and he got those 2 early tries in the '96 final.
Well, also he can handle press as well, couldn't he? Not just taking high balls to score against the opposition, but defensively he did that many times for St Helens and saved many tries for Saints, and plus as well for the black and whites. And I say overall, I'd like to see a few fullbacks like Steve Prescott, was a surely knife who's still around playing. Then he would certainly be knocking on the door of the Great Britain show, that's for sure.
Obviously you're going to be involved with the Legends side. It's a few years since you put them boots on. Are you looking forward to this, Gary?
Very much so. I've already had some comments that you're not as quick as what you used to be scoring. Well, I won't be, but yeah, the craft those two were there, the vision and the long balls, the short balls. I may try and go for a few intercepts, but I can reassure you I won't be going for 50 yards. It might be about 10 yards out where I'll be going for the intercepts, but it's all going to be good fun. And I say, if I'm honest with you, we know it's what the occasion's for, and realistically, I guess we wouldn't like to be here, would we? But it's a case where, unfortunately, this thing has happened to Steve, and we're here for one thing only, and that's for Steve Prescott, and we're all here to enjoy ourselves and give the massive support what Steve and his family deserve.
Well, as a player or as a person, both absolutely top. He was an entertainer. He played the game in the right spirit. He was very popular with the supporters because of his ability. But apart from all that, he's just. I was fortunate to play with his dad, and so I know his mum and dad, and they were lovely people. And it's obviously rubbed off on the lad, and he's a top bloke. And that's why there'll be a great turnout today, because nobody would say no because he's such a lovely person.
Had great fighting quality, so at some stage it looked as we might be rejected from St Helens, but he ended up signing on, and he took them fighting qualities through, first of all at Saints and the other clubs he went to.
Yeah, and not only that, the position he played in, whether it be full back, whether it be wing, he was a small man, so he had to be brave, but he had so much ability, and the number of times he's got off the treatment table to play because it was in the team's interest. He's full of courage. He's an absolutely top draw person.
We'd obviously rather, we won't want to be here playing, but we've come out to support a good cause, to raise a lot of money for Steve and his family, and hopefully he's road to recovery.
And Barry, you're allegedly, you and Terry, his minders?
I don't know about that. Once the shirts are on, then he's on the opposite side, but no, Precky's a top lad, and you just have to see how highly regarded he is amongst fellow professionals, to see everyone here today, and it's a fantastic shot in the arm, so to speak, for rugby league that we can do things like this. But as Tez said, we'd rather be doing it for something a bit happier than this. But not to worry, we'll crack on. We're looking forward to hopefully entertaining everybody.
And it's a great turnout for the Legends, and it's this 1996 side, which is a little bit iconic. And Steve was involved in that Wembley final.
We were talking to Precky. We've spoke to him a lot over the years, and over the last weeks and months and what have you. And he said, as far as his career, he thoroughly enjoyed the '96 side, and there was some characters, Bobby G, and who we've been having text messages and phone calls with.
Go, you'll see him all like Bobby Golding's let himself go. Vila Matauti doesn't look in good shape, and we're quietly confident that we'll do.
Well, I know that Bobby's been training. He's well up for it. He's had 4 pre-season games.
Yeah, he has, and he's taking it serious, and hopefully we've got a bit of a surprise up our sleeve for him. And it'd be good to get out there and play against a lot of lads in '96 when played at Wigan, Baz at Leeds, played against a very successful St Helens side, and it's going to be great to play against them again and hopefully get a good win. Which we've got the Cray twins, the Hume brothers on our side. We've got Gary Schofield in there, who I think
he's looking forward to doing a 50-yard intercept.
Gary
in his car.
Yeah, no, good. There's some great characters that have turned out on it, so it's going to be a great day.
And the bottom line is, it's all about, no matter the result. So I know it's competitive, going to be competitive because you're ex-pro sort of thing. But it's about Steve himself, isn't it?
Of course it is. It's about Precky, and let's have it right. You wouldn't swap all the money in the world for the battle that Precky's got ahead of him. But we'll help all we can, and we're looking forward to it. It'd be a good crack.
Have you paid for your ticket, or have you got a free one? because it is about fundraising today. So
I've brought my wallet, Terry.
have you got your wallet with you? Just want to make sure, and just check with a few pressmen, because there's a few people that go around and they get into everywhere just showing the passes. So we're just checking that people are doing the right thing today.
Of course.
Can I see your wallet? Can I see your wallet?
I can't see my wallet, never mind.
Okay.
It's good to hear that.
All right, Steve. Cheers, mate.
See you soon.
I was, I had a lot of dealings with Steve on the pitch. He was always running off my shoulder, or he'd be in my eyes looking for little chips over and looking where the gaps were. So he's a good player, and one you could always depend and rely on.
And I get the impression on the interviews we've done so far, he was a fighter, and that never give up spirit.
Oh no, I mean, watching the television interviews on him, he was saying that he always battled against his weight, trying to put weight on. They always said he wasn't big enough or strong enough, and he always, he was one of them. He was always a battler, and I think it's going to stand him in good stead.
And it was devastating news, obviously, when it became public what was happening in relation to his illness. But it just shows the spirit of the game. The '96 side's back together for the first time, and the legends, their names speak for themselves.
Oh yeah, I mean, that, like I say, it shows how highly he is thought of, and hopefully he'll get a good turnout here this afternoon. And it's a shame that it takes something like this to get us all back together again. But it shows what everyone thinks of him. By I don't think anyone was even asked twice. As soon as the phone call was, yeah, definitely we'll be there. So that's tribute to him.
And from your own point of view, you've sold one of your memorable medals to aid the cause.
I'd sell them all if it made him get better. It's the least I could do. When someone's ill like that, you do anything you can to help him. And if someone wants to buy the other few medals to go towards his fund, then I'll sell them for him. It's not, I'll do anything I can for him.
Brian Noble, you're one of the coaches in this event. You're looking forward to it?
Absolutely. The win's a must. It's a must-win situation. There's no way we're going to lose this one, and I'm really looking forward to working with so much talent.
Have you told the legends the game plan?
Yeah, we're just going to pick on people like that we think can't run. Those slow, fat ones, get at them. Run hard, tackle hard. All the cliches are going to come out. A few f***ings for people like Barry McDermott and Terry O'Connor who can't keep it together because they're not worth a place in the team. But I've got to put up with them.
Well, they say they've got a surprise in store. I don't know whether it's for you or whether it's for the crowd.
I do hope it's for the crowd.
But Steve Prescott, your thoughts of him as a player and as a person?
Oh, a wholehearted performer, a match winner in his time. I was fortunate to be an assistant coach, and I've coached against him and seen what he's done over the years. And a fantastic athlete with good speed. And I think the reason why everybody's here is because of his, the size of his heart that he played with, and the rugby league community responds to things like that. When there's a just and worthwhile cause with them when people show up.
And the type of the player that you want to play with rather than against.
Absolutely, and again that's the measure of the commitment he used to put into his performances. One of those people that can turn the game, and rugby league is fortunate to have many of those over the years, and now we're supporting them.
And he scored those 2 tries against your former club in that '96 final.
Yes,
I've got to put that one in.
You keep bringing it up, and that's alluded to the fact that final, he probably won the game for them, and that's what the measure of the man is credit, and they turn up in the big shows, big performers. Whilst his stature might not be massive, he was a big performer.
It's just a bit honour to be asked to come and play such an important game for such a special person. Steve Prescott was a legend for St Helens, and it's just goes to show the amount of people who've turned up willing to put their hand up and play on this occasion. And me, no more that, I'm really looking forward to the game. I can't wait to get out there.
I mean, obviously in the early part of your career played at full back, and Steve played at that the majority of his career. It's not the easiest position, is it?
It's a good position to play. You wander around the field, can do basically what you want. You're not stuck to one position, so it is a very good position to play. And I thoroughly enjoyed it at my time at St Helens until I ended up leaving.
Great play in your own right. What sort of reaction do you think you might get from these Saints? Do you think they'll be a little bit different than they've been previously?
No, not at all. I fully expect all the banter that goes on. I don't mind it. I mean, I've been getting it for 13 years now, so another day won't make too much difference.
Oh, fantastic play, Precky. Obviously, I was at the club when he came through as a young kid, and I left with him. So even spent time at Hull with him, and just a great bloke, cracking player. Probably should have got more honours because. As fullbacks go, it was about as elusive as they got, so it was a great player.
Had some great games here. I suppose the one that everybody's going to remember is the '96 game, which is one of the sides that's going to be turning out today.
Yeah, I mean, he started like a house on fire. Scored the first 2 tries, and if it hadn't been for the crossbar, I think he'd have been the first guy to score a hat-trick at Wembley. and probably should have gone Lance Todd that game because he was outstanding, you know, both in attack and defence. Getting a winner's medal as well for me probably just tipped it in front of Robbie Paul, but he got the winner's medal, and I'm sure he was more pleased about that than Robbie just getting the Lance Todd, you know what I mean? So he's got some good memories, Steve.
And that smile on your face, winners are grinners.
Of course they are. Like I say, you know, I'd rather not score than win, or win and not get Lance Todd trophy. So Steve always have that.
Well, this should be a great turnout. The players are in that '96 side and the legends. You must be looking forward to locking arms with your teammates and opponents, or are you?
You'd say that, wouldn't you? But we're all nearly 40 or past that stage, and there's a few creaking knees and bodies, and unfortunately, because we're not getting paid for it anymore, there's a few guys that probably had a beer last night, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be a laugh, and it's all for Steve. So you know, and there's some entertainers. You know what I mean? People are going to have a good crack, and you know, some guys that could play a bit of rugby, so it should be a good day.
It's great to see all the past players who's turned out for him, and the lads, the legends in that dressing room is the who's who of rugby league. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, really am.
You've mentioned the players that are in there. It's going to be great for the crowd. For some who haven't even seen some of these players, I mean, what they might lack running wise, it's all about rugby league brains, isn't it?
If you look in the dressing rooms, the skill in the dressing rooms is fantastic. I mean, the legs are a little bit older now, as you'll see a bit later on, but the lads have turned out in great force for a good cause, as I said, and these spectators who haven't been lucky enough to see the greats that's in there will probably see a little bit more this afternoon.
And that 1996 side, it was a great side, wasn't it? And Precky was part of it, the double winning side, but perhaps remembered for the 2 tries that he scored and the one that got away.
Yeah, I mean, people look back, as you say, in the 96 team, in the dressing room, they're all in there. Everybody who played in that, so that speaks volumes for lads, what they think about Precky, and hopefully they can perform something today that these spectators will go away and remember for a long time.
Well, Steve's been a tremendous player over the past, and obviously I think everybody's devastated to hear the news of his illness. You know, but like everything within rugby league, you know, rugby league's a family and a community, and not just in St Helens or in one particular place, but all over the country. And I think you can see by the turnout of the players from St Helens, and obviously from the Legends team, that they've come from far and wide just to support this day for Steve. So, you know, I think it's credit to everybody within the rugby league fraternity.
Obviously, you're also involved with the Hull as such, and it was a Hull before the devastating news came out, and it must have been a shock when it did, you know, for the whole public and yourself.
Well, I think certainly it's as far as Steve's concerned, going at Hull. I think, you know, speaking to Steve Crooks, who's coaching at Hull, he's you know, he relayed the news to me, and I think everybody within the city were devastated. And as I said before, you know, we're a very close-knit family within the rugby league circle. And you know, any player that comes down with an illness as devastating as that, as you know, it's going to come to a shock to everybody. But I'm sure there'll be plenty of people that turn out for him today, and hopefully the money that's raised won't go anywhere near comforting the family, but hopefully it'll be able to make the next 3 or 4 years very, very comfortable for him.
Graham, you remember the fullbacks club. Steve played at fullback. How highly do you rate him?
Yeah, he was a quality player, excellent broken field player, very exciting, and it was always a pleasure to play against. Not only was he a good player, he was certainly a good guy, and it is a sad day, but in many ways it's going to be a very, very good day in terms of supporting Steve. I'm sure there'll be a fair few numbers here today in St Helens.
Mixed emotions really, and it's great to be back in this lovely part, and I've got some very nice memories here, but unfortunately, you know, it's a bit of a sad occasion for Steve, and we just, you know, so it's mixed emotions. We just hope that he can get through this bit of a bad illness and get back to full health.
You'll have some great memories of having played with Steve.
Yeah, he was a great player and very quick, and you know, it was just nice to make a little bit of a break and put him away because you know, no one would catch him. He's a great player.
He was underestimated perhaps for his defensive skills. You as a player appreciate it perhaps more than us spectators.
Well, yeah, but you know, Steve isn't the biggest players, but I mean, his heart is huge. So obviously, you know, we all miss tackles and things like that, but his attacking ability made up for any sort of missed tackles, which he may have done.
I'm really looking forward to it actually. I've been doing my rugby union for the past 3 or 4 weeks, and I'm looking forward to getting back into the rugby league.
Obviously, when you were doing our code, you had a wide 10, so there could be expansive play. Are we going to have a shallow 5, or are you going to play it by the 10-metre rule?
I'm under strict instructions from Terry O'Connor. When they've got the ball, it's got to be a massive 10, and when they haven't got the ball, it's a small 4. Well, nothing's changed there, because he always said that when he played for Wigan.
Well, you took no notice, then will you take any notice today?
No, we'll just try and make a game of it. It's about entertainment, and it's about having a great day for Precky, isn't it? And that's what we'll try and achieve.
And it's fantastic when you look at the players that are in the 96 dressing room and these legends. You mentioned 2 of them, but they've all wanted to get involved, as had yourself.
It's fantastic, and it's a great atmosphere. You know, just arriving on the car park and seeing the faces around. I've seen Paul Loughlin knocking about, Gary Schofield, and Brian Noble's just turned up. It's absolutely brilliant, and shows what a great sport rugby league is.
And I think it's all about today. It's about the event, and it's about the crack, isn't it? Really, referee. Everybody's concerned in the game itself.
Of course it is. I mean, the jokes and the banter have already started. You know, Eric Hughes has turned up with glasses on, which he always said I needed, and all things like that have already started, and it's fantastic. I think we should have all turned up about 9 o'clock this morning. It would have been even better, yeah.
And the spectators are going to enjoy whatever happens. They're going to enjoy it, and it's all about Steve Prescott.
It is about Steve Prescott and his family, of course, and hopefully, you know, I can contribute to it, and the lads can contribute to it, and we can make it a fantastic day with a good result for everybody.
What are your thoughts on Steve as a player himself, Carl?
Oh, absolutely great bloke, Steve. He doesn't say an awful lot, and it's more about what he doesn't say. But when he does say something, you usually take it to heart, or you usually listen to him. I actually refereed his last game of rugby league, the Lancashire-Yorkshire game, where he injured his knee and hurt his leg. And when he was taken off there, and I was gutted for him at that point.
Because he was there, as it were, eyeing up another Great Britain shirt then?
He was, and he was playing really well, and he was, you know, he was on the edge of another Great Britain cap, and you know, that shows the other side of the game, doesn't it? What a cruel game it is that we play.
Steve Hampson with the Legends mascot Taylor Prescott. Number 3, Gary Conley. Number 4, Alan Campbell. Number 5, Jason Collins. Number 5, Gary Schofield.
Good afternoon and welcome to Nosey Road. It's the Steve Prescott Legends game. It's Sunday the 22nd of April 2007 and the Legends are being introduced. Your mascot is Taylor Prescott, eldest son of Steve Prescott, today's beneficiary. A who's who of rugby, past and present. Steve Hampson, Gary Connolly, Alan Bateman, Tulsel Tollett, Gary Schofield, Barry McDermott, Lee Jackson, Terry O'Connor, Anthony Faddle, David Hume, Martin Crompton, Paul Hume, Lee Crooks is here, Alan Bateman, Jason Critchley, Darren Fleary, SNA for Milo, Matt Crowther, Mia David, Jason Roach, Seamus McCallion, Mick McTee, Graham Ellis, Jason Donoghue, Graham Stedman, Gary Farber, Ian Connors, all being introduced now. Weather's not too pleasant, but bit of rain, but these lads have turned out in number for this worthy cause. Saint side comprising obviously the 96 team, which will be introduced shortly, with Danny Arnold, Scott Gibbs, Newlove, Sullivan, Hammond, Golding, Perolini, Matautia, Leatham, Joint, Northey, Martin, Hunt, Pickervance, Dwyer, with Paul Loughlin, Paul Foreman, Neil Holding, Chris Smith, Phil Beavers, Mark Lee, Sean Hoppy, Wide to West, Jonathan Griffiths, David Lyon, Neil Prescott, Steve's brother, and Philip Leavesley is a guest this afternoon. Philip lines up with the Saints team of 96. He won a competition to take part in today's game. We interviewed Philip before and he's looking forward to it. We was winding him up, I was telling him it was full tackle and he was G'd up for it too. He wasn't bothered. He says, we'll take him on. But Philip there, who won the competition. And here's Steve Prescott, resplendent in his kit. And applause all round the ground. We often say at big matches how the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. Well, today's no exception, but it's obviously a different situation. We're here this afternoon to help out one of our own whose health has failed big style. It's been well documented about Stephen Prescott's health, and with, I don't mean any disrespect to anybody, obviously, you find out that Stephen's ill, you've got to get your head round it. It's there again, then you get obviously the diagnosis and what have you. You've still got to get your head round it, and then, to be quite honest, you've got to get on with it, haven't you? And I think that's what Steve's doing now. The lad's overwhelmed with the amount of support that's gone on with everybody that's doing whatever to help him out in this time of need. He was part of the 1996 double winning side, and these lads are playing a team of legends. Elite Homes are the shirt sponsors. The Saint side being introduced now. As far as we're aware, it is a game of tick and pass, but by some of these I think it's going to be a bit of scrog and bash. But anyway, Steve greeting all the players individually. So Steve out there greeting everyone, and young Kobe just going over to Martin Blondell, who's organised a lot of this, what's going on today, and what a nightmare that must have been for each and every one coming out. Steve, well, he's kitted up, isn't he? Hopefully he's going to take part.
Please welcome Sean Hoppy.
So all the legends being introduced one by one.
At 27, John McCarthy. At 28%, Neil Prescott. And thirdly, number 29, Phil Lindsay.
So Phil Leavesley. Here's Philip Leavesley now.
Your son's selections today, coached by Eric Hughes, and thank you as well to the physio Jerry Hayes. Ladies and gentlemen, the Saints.
Apollo Pedalini. Last man out. Stephen.
Also, please welcome this afternoon's match officials.
As he lines up, the referee, Carl Kirkpatrick, he's taking part. I believe Stan Wall is going to be doing a bit of reffing. We've heard that Bobby Golding may be doing a bit of reffing, and also with Barry Mack. So anything can happen. Elite Homes, as I said before, sponsoring both sets of jerseys. We at Micron are doing the game today. Steve Manning's joining myself this afternoon, and it's a real who's who, Steve, isn't it?
It certainly is. You've got St Helens in their iconic red and white strip that they won the 96 and 97 Cup in, and the away strip of that era as well. And it's a great atmosphere, it's a great turnout, and no matter what happens, it's about the man, it's about the occasion. The result doesn't matter, but hopefully it's going to be good humour, and I think we'll see some experienced players with rugby league brains showing that they've still got it, although they haven't got it in the legs. I wonder if Nathan Graham's here. That great St Helens fullback in '96.
So here's O'Connor, and here's Taylor Prescott, coming through, sidestepping past all the crowd, up to the halfway line. Matautiero, they're on to Matautiero, they're started already, but Taylor is still going, he rounds past his dad, he's going for the try line. Prescott Senior can't catch him, over to the sticks, that's where he should go. Oh, and a try from Taylor. What a try, Steve!
That is ball, the way he sidestepped. Matautia showing you never lose what you've always had, but he was well taken out and got up. Referee Kirkpatrick called, not tackle, carry on, and he did.
Yes, right from the kick-off, Golding kicked off. O'Connor brought the ball up, slipped it to Taylor Prescott. He came through, Matautia laid fingers on him. There was nearly a brawl there, and then Prescott, he didn't bother, played to the whistle, ran it up, rounded his dad and scored behind the sticks at the Eddington end. Exciting start. Matautia will be in for a bit of stick for that, won't he? We've heard the playing tick and pass, Steve, as I said before, but anything can happen.
Well, I think we just use it as a rough guideline, Ron, and Terry O'Connor comes bowling up, and he's met by, well, if that's tick and pass, I must be watching rugby union, Ronnie.
I think there's maybe a few scores going to be settled today, but it's all a matter of light-hearted, fun day. These lads, as Steve said, obviously they've got the rugby brain, they've put themselves about for years, but whether they've got it in the legs or not, as we don't know, as we say. Hume, he's forward, Andy Northey goes into him. Legends play it quickly. Yes, Anthony Farrell quickly met on the halfway line. There's no tick, as you say, Steve, about that, but it's nothing too serious. Last one of this set. Good ball out there, Schofield, speculator out.
Yes, sir.
Gary Connolly on the last tackle, he's on his own, keeping it going, no problem. Oh, Lee Jackson there, did he have the right ball? He usually stuffs one up his jersey, Steve, doesn't he?
He certainly does. It's been, well, Lee Jackson's even going to try and get one against Eddie, and here comes Mr. Popular for the opening seconds, and Matautia, he drives it forward. Quick play the ball, Mark Lee's going to get it. Gives it to Jointy. Jointy, waiting for a wide to West here, but we're not going to get one yet. Oh, and they're all doing the hurdles here. Coming down this side, Bobby Goulding puts a crossfield ball in. How good's the chaser, Danny Arnold? It's not 96 vintage, Ronnie.
No, it's not. You're right there. But I bet these lads, they've been fired up. I know Golding, he's been playing amateur rugby for about a month or so, getting himself all fired up. I mean, they all look fit. They all come in before, and you know, some of them maybe a couple of extra pounds, but tremendous ball handling skills. And they'll be loving it, won't they? Jackson again, Schofield. Alan Bateman there now, Jackson again, as I say. We remember that time when he was playing, he sneaked one ball up his jersey, didn't he, and codded the referee. Oh, the man's injured. O'Connor it is. He just wanted the female physio just for a quick sponge around the nethers. Hey! New Love on the far side. I'll tell you, I bet Elastoplast have done well with the amount of strapping that some of these have got on. Many moons ago when I was a lad, I know that Brian Bevan used to knees strapped, elbows strapped, God knows what else strapped. But some of these lads here, they'll be feeling the pinch after, Steve.
Yeah, I think they'll all have, a few of them will have had a ball to that old Philly son. I don't know if they still have Philly son or not, Ronnie, but fair play to them. They're all giving it a fair whack at the minute as Hammond has it and Tex. It's a good job he don't. Gary Schofield then, isn't it?
Yeah, good stuff. Scotty Gibbs, Danny Arnold, chip and chase. Arnold's moving. Oh, Arnold's going to score. Yes, typical in the corner. Danny Arnold, we've seen that before, but he took it on him. He chipped and went down, and Arnold registers the first try.
Cleans the kicking boot. Connects well, they try to put him off. And he succeeded. The crowd weren't happy about that bit of gamesmanship, and Terry O'Connor's laughing away, so I get the impression that it was Terry who just proved that he's louder than life. But Gary Schofield puts the ball on the centre spot. So little grubber, Terry O'Connor, we're about 2 mile offside, and he got there before Bobby Goulding, and Bateman at crossfield comes inside to Jackson, who offers it, takes the tackle and offloads to whoever. And, well wrapped up there, and Kevin Ellis, he's gone to acting half back. Matt Dermott. Oh, and they might be telepathic on TV, but the passing wasn't then, Ronnie.
No, you're dead right, it wasn't. Plenty of drop ball, but they're enjoying themselves, that's the main thing.
It's like Tweedledee, but I'm not going to say the other one because they were asking about my wallet earlier on.
Yeah, they give you a bit of stick earlier, didn't they, Steve? We interviewed the Booze brothers there, O'Connor and McDermott. 2 rum lads, aren't they? Good ball. Legends approaching the Saints line. Cal Kirkpatrick has them lined out. Recently gave up refereeing the Rugby League. Oh, chance, yes. Try there. He's gone to the screen. We haven't got a screen, but he's gone to the screen. And he's given the try.
He's probably having a word with that one man on his dog, and that code he's doing already now, Ronnie. And the dog would probably disallow it. Well, he's on it up, well, we've just seen why Anthony Farrell didn't kick goals when he was in his prime. I think the expression a bit, don't give up your day job, Ronnie.
Yeah.
They're all right up here because they don't know where we live.
But that's what they said about it, about me for years. Don't give up your day job. Anyway, great stuff. Away we go. Strong running O'Connor again.
Really faster than if I win this last year, Ronnie.
Yeah, no problem. He'll be doing some McDermott. He'll be doing some snarling out there.
You can get our home back now, can't I, after what he gave me on that interview?
Well, you can. I'm not. I'll tell him where you live. One of the Humes. David Hume. Competitors, them Hume lads out there. Lee Jackson can't get through. Bobby Goulding. Scotty Gibbs. You never lose it, do you?
You know, Jacko's still chasing the ball, the spur one.
Yeah, and comes back and gets hold of Carl Hammond. They squeeze the ball out. I thought we was doing a bit of rugby union, the ruck then.
I'm glad you said he was squeezing the ball, Ronnie.
Thanks very much. Ooh. Oh, Kirkpatrick. O'Connor is going to bring O'Connor out. He's reaching for a card, and he's just going to say, well, he's giving him a tenner. He said, you keep up the good work, O'Connor. He said, I like that, great stuff. O'Connor said, I'll buy you a drink after. There we are, just clipped him round the ear hole. Right, tackle, he said.
But,
the rum lads, them, aren't they?
Yeah, they just the characters. I mean, there were characters in the game, and now out of the game. Well, I know some people say, "Oh, it's not the way," sort of thing. You know, they stick in the mud, but this is what it's all about, isn't it? These days, making it entertaining for everybody.
Exactly, yes. And oh, good ball, Andy Leatham. Carl Hammond lost it, juggled it, sacked the juggler. Never mind, unlucky there.
Like Devon Lock, instead of slipping on his feet, he slipped on his hand.
The crowd being regally entertained this afternoon. Some good handling.
It'll be even more regally with the ad-libs that we're giving them all there, Ronnie.
Well, I don't know about that. It's good stuff. It's all for a great cause. And pushing in the scrum. The ball still loose. Oh, look at the handling. My word. And he's still caught in goal. Great display by the Saints. The legends handing the ball out, flicking it out, trying to get out. Definitely competitive, Steve.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're always going to be. I mean, you know, it's like, whereas the other code, like, you know, you've got these vets times, you've got this to play for enjoyment, but it's always competitive. You could never ever have a vets game at rugby league, could you? And they're showing it, aren't they? They want to win.
Well, they want to win, of course they do. Andy Northey. Good running. Jointy. Loves it, Jointy. Oh, tremendous ball. Newlove in at the corner. Tremendous try. And listen to the crowd, they know, don't they? Newlove with the try. Not making the conversions any easier, are they, Steve? But the handling there, tremendous, wasn't it?
He hits it well. Spiraling. Oh! Well, it's hit the crossbar, which we're talking about Steve Prescott, and he'll probably be thinking, if that ball wouldn't have hit that crossbar in '96, I'd have beaten Robbie Paul for that hat trick. It's all if buts and maybes, Ronnie.
Yeah, it is. You're right there. You'd have put him Bob on, wouldn't you? It was that elusive three tries at Wembley, and Steve Prescott got two. Thought he was in for the third. As I say, it hit the post. Robbie Paul got it, and what a side that was. I mean, personally, watch the lads go in, ferreting. Oh, and there's bodies flying out everywhere.
This is all the outcar Kirkpatrick out in it, so that he can, you know, keep his education for the other code.
Yeah, well, it is. Well, he wasn't much caught when he was refereeing our game, was he? I told him before I'd give him a dog's life this afternoon, and we can, like I said, we can give him some stick as well. We give him stick before, Steve. He never took any notice before. Why should he take any notice now? Oh, holding on.
We're not having a shallow 5 anyway, are we? He's still doing his best, keep it to 10 metres, but he's actually giving penalties for things that Saints want him to give.
That's a novelty anyway. Hammond, Leatham. Andy Leatham there. Matautier. One big boy, Matautier, isn't he? My word.
Well, his drive forwards have improved from when I used to see him against Wigan, Ronnie.
And you can tell him, because I'm not telling him either. Reverse angle. Unlucky. Andy Leatham nearly got the Alan Hunt. No problem. Hunt in at the corner. And I'll tell you something, over the years, Steve, we've had some great players in all the time I've been here at Saints, watching the Saints, obviously, and then doing this job. But I tell you, you get some of these flying wingmen, and Alan Hunt, and he looks fit, doesn't he? He's a fine fella.
He was saying to me earlier on, though, that he thought his knee would be creaking. He wasn't sure about this game. I think a lot of them did actually think that it was going to be taken past, but when you've got that one of Bobby's goes across again, but when you've got the people, the coaches of, I'll whisper it, Brian Noble and Eric Hughes, you know, they were competitive players, so, you know, if it was going to be taken past, I'd imagine they'd say, well, come on, let's play it as we played throughout our careers.
Yes, but it's not too aggressive. Well, not yet anyway. But there'll be quite a few interchanges. There's some sneaking up the lines there. Schofield sees a gap, tries to find touch. He does. Andy Northey doesn't make an effort on it. No problem. Jackson G and his troops up. I said these players, they do the talking on the pitch, don't they, Steve? Some are more aggressive than others. But when they're off the pitch, a lot of them are very private people. I mean, Precky, he's a very private lad. A lot of them are quite aggressive, but you know, they're not the same people when they're off the field, are they, Steve?
I think the beauty of it is in this great game of ours, they're still approachable after the game as well, aren't they? You know, they're not wearing dark glasses, they're not all driving around in these great big dark limos and stuff like that. You can't talk to him. Guess who?
Gary Connolly, I would say. But Alan Hunt turns it back inside. Oh, good handling, joint there again. You never lose it, there's no danger about that. 12-4, the Legends, the Saints Legends lead. The league Legends, they have 4 points.
You know what I've not heard yet, Ronnie? Get them on side, ref. And I thought we'd have got that in the first minute, as you normally do at a Super League game.
Andy Northey, Scott Gibbs, Anthony Farrell in there, along with Barry Mack. On the short side, Hammond, lovely ball. Northey again, oh, that was well clattered, wasn't it?
We certainly meant it at Jason Critchley.
Jason Critchley, yeah. Local lad. Chip through, is that steady at the back? They're getting shot, so they don't want it. Hot potato.
Off the field, number 10, Andy Leland, replaced by number 15, Ian Nicholas.
Yeah, as I said, Steve Prescott, a very private person. He can't understand all this fuss that's going on, but he's deeply grateful to everyone and anyone who's contributed in whatever way to help him in his time of need.
I think that just shows you or describes the stature of the person himself that we're here for, Ronnie.
Yeah, you're dead right there. There's no danger about that, and it shows you the respect that he's got in the game with the people that have come here today to do their bit for him.
I think everyone said, you know, as soon as, you know, they didn't need asking twice, they didn't need thinking twice. Come with the phone call, come with the answer, yes.
Yeah, that's true. All these players, we've got about 30 aside, roughly being introduced. Well, he's a man of many talents, isn't he?
Well, he said he had a surprise for us, but whether that was the one or not, that looked like a knock-on to me.
No, he'll give that, no problem. No problem. I think he's quite happy with that. Kevin Ellis, I think that you thought touched it up, wasn't he?
Yes, one thing for sure, after his first effort at kicking the goal, I don't think Anthony Farrell's going to be trying to improve his second one. In fact, we've got someone who, a world-class kicker in his own right, Gary Schofield, he could put him over, and he does with that one. It was like, well, I'm assuming he spent a lot of time on the golf course, because that's how he chipped that one over as he trots back, and he's done his work for the minute. Looks as if he's trotting off. And it makes it 12-10, and I don't know who's this coming on it. Who's this coming on? Oh, they're going on. No, hang on a minute. Is that Stan? Well,
Maxwell.
Fine about Edinburgh anyway. Somehow the Legends keep that ball in. But St Helens put him into touch, and we're going to get a scrum. About half a dozen there went in there, and Bobby Gilding's going to put this one in. There's 18 minutes gone on the clock, and the Saints Legends lead by 12 points to 8. and I'm sure he kicked that now. I mean, I might be a little bit slow on maths or the scoreboard. It should be 12-10, shouldn't it? I thought it was me then for a minute. I mean, I do know what 4 and 2 and 4 is.
But we get confused, you know what I mean? I mean, when you get to your age, Steve, you need all the help you can get, and we've not brought the abacus. But yes.
Well, I'm pretty cracking there because I've run out of fingers.
The ball gone back, Stan Wall waves it on. Max Wall, he's forgot to put his tights on. Fine head of her there, Stan always has had. Remember Stan, his last game he refereed, Saints and Hull KR, Premiership Final 1985, 84, 85, when Meninga was here. 84-85 season, that's right. When Meninga was here, 85 it was. Graham Ellis inside. Jason Critchley tidies it up. Yeah, that's when Meninga was here and got those 2 tip-ups and 2 great tries. Stan Wall, it was his last game, he turned 50, he's about 103 now, and he's never looked back. He's been at Kitman here. You know what the like Saints for the cheap labour. He's on £1.20 a day, Stan.
But he's still got that jaunt in his step, hasn't he? And as such is Stan. And it's going to be a scrum to St Helens. The Saints legends.
Should pack and get him in middle.
You never know, we might actually get, before we do, we might actually get a competitive scrum where he can strike for it, Ronnie. Now that would be some sight to see. Lee Jackson against Mark Lee. Ball comes out to Hammond. Hammond gets it up. And Precky's on the field. Puts he tries finding his mate. Jason Roach wasn't to be, but we'll let him off for that one. And he's looking sprightly as he goes back into defence, into his full-back position, Ronnie.
Yes, he's looking well, isn't he? And obviously good touches there. They did say he'd starting his chemotherapy this week, and he didn't know how he'd be with his health because it knocks the stuffing out of you, that chemotherapy. But he's up and about and he's there. And he's got the ball again. One-handed pass over the top. Saints keep it going. Jason Roach taken down. Anthony Farrell. Who else is on? Darren Fleary there as well. Some of these legends. Sometimes you get straight up to them, Steve. You're talking face to face and you don't recognise them, but obviously you do from doing them regular. It's surprising, isn't it, when you're a good few yards away?
Oh yeah, I mean, there we've had Danny Arnold lost it now, and it's going to be a try for the legends. Cuts inside. It's Alan Bateman, good player, one of the Union players from Wales who changed codes, came down and played for Warrington with such distinction. Kevin Alice, he's not good at that. He's had a quick tap over, but then Bateman went. Don't know whether Stan's give that one or not, but he just nonchalantly dropped it over them H's. But what Alan Bateman did, he either proved what a great game we have, because he went back to the other code and ended up playing for Wales again and playing for the Lions over. I think South Africa when they won a series.
Yeah, well, maybe he did, but I mean, anybody can go and play that Union game, can't they? My word, look at them. They've come here, rugby league, far superior game. But, joking aside, in case they all come up here, the good lad...
Come up here, we'll have to have a look for them. We're all thick next, because they will be the forwards.
Plenty of Welshmen, as it is. Martin Crompton, lovely little ball. But plenty of Welshmen have graced our game, and they've gone back and competed back in rugby union again, haven't they? Crompton, S&A for Milo. Hey, big tackle there. Paul Forber, the cat. And Frank Hawley's on. Stan Wall bringing Forber out. Don't stick it down there, Stan. There you go. The partisan popular side faithful. Watch both sides wall. Nothing new Thursday.
No, they were thinking we're going to carry on whatever, but Stan's checking it all in a jovial. He wouldn't have heard that one, but he he's got kryptonite in his ears then, right. And as the Legends drive forward, and they're on and off like a red trolley bus.
Phil Vevers over there on the far side for the Saints. Oh, forward pass, but we'll let that go. Try over there in the corner. 24 minutes. Paul Hume, was it? Whether they'll tell us. Yes, Paul Hume it was. Well picked. So, what minutes are we? About 20, 23 minutes, 24 minutes. Farber's fault, you know. Oh, no. Well, it was a forward pass, but there you go. We'll have to blame it on the cat. He got penalised here for foul play, and that man Wall as well, you know what I mean? He's here at Saints and he's penalised, you know, Steve.
Well, he's just proven that we can't start chanting the referee's homer on here, and he's having a quick glance at his watch. But 12:20 then, and there's 25 gone on the official clock as such, and it's well, I'll tell you what, that was a beautiful ball that went 10 and then spun back into the oncoming Saints player, who's met by Gary Connolly. Joint flicks it inside, and it's a drive forward. I think that's I think that was Apollo Parolini, but he's gone down, and the Legends have got the ball again in their own half. Milo gets it out. It's a nice little offload. Stan trying to get him 10 yards back. He's playing the old rules of 5 yards or less without a shadow of a doubt. So we're playing at the same era or same yardage as he did in 1985, Ronnie.
Yeah, you're probably right. Gary Connolly, lovely ball to Gary Farber, Paul's brother, inside again. Jason Critchley, good running from Critchley over the top. Oh, great try. Mick McTeague. Oh, not give it. What Arthur? That's right, Arthur looked as though he was in. Jointy was in there quick tap, play the ball. It doesn't no difference. He's letting it go, Steve. Stanwall lets anything go.
Well, you've got to keep, play the advantage or elemented out, and if it's the elemented out against St Helens, you play on and don't give it. As Saints attack down that to short. I'm hoping I can do a wide to west, but I've not seen him come on yet, Ronnie.
No, you'll probably have your chance after. Won't be as good as the real thing.
That's what my wife says, Ronnie.
Well, yeah, so she said something to do with a 7-inch piece of plastic, I believe. But there we go. Connolly along the line. Martin Crompton, good hands again. Bateman out to Critchley. Critchley inside, Jason Roach has him, rips the ball out. You can't see that far, Stanwall, you know. I mean, even if he was close up to him, he'd still wave play on. Nothing changes there.
Nothing changes with linesman, he were about 2 feet away.
Yeah, yes. Bernard Dwyer, out to Vevers. Joint, good hands, great play. Lockers on the far side, nice to see Big Paul Loughlin again.
Leaving the field momentarily, Steve Prescott is replaced.
So Steve Prescott temporarily interchanged. And is that Neil Prescott that's come on? I think his brother Steve there wearing the one jersey with pride.
Yeah, I know Neil. He was involved with Thatchworth Crusaders when I got involved with this media game, and that particular year they won the GMB National Cup. So it's nice it's the first time I've seen him since then. So it's nice to see. And Jason Roach there, bit of a facial, and the linesman there, he has something in his eye, Ronnie. But and Sean Uppy's joined the fray. Another great servant for St Helens, Ronnie.
Yes, we've had some good players. Hoppy, obviously one of them. Forward a mile there to Bateman. Touch judge never seen that, but Stanwall did. Yeah, we can't have these league legends getting too far away. An 8-point gap and 12 minutes to the interval in this exciting, pulsating game, Steve.
Well, the bottom line is St Helens are the comeback kings. I'm just wondering if it's going to be rather spooky and these legends are going to get a 14-point lead. But we'll have a wait and see on that one.
Yes, 14 points, as you said. That was the lead at Wembley, wasn't it? At Bradford. And I was just thinking about that before, you know, when you'd gone to these finals. Joint inside, Jason Roach, Bernard Dwyer. But you go to these finals, we got beat, in 76 we won. Then we went 78, we got beat. 87 we got beat, 89, 91, comes 96 at Bradford, and I thought, oh dear me, here we go again. But Golding pulled it out of the bag. Golding and his troops, this 96 side, and what a tremendous final that is. Good to watch again. The league legends, they have the ball, they're in the lead at present, half an hour on the clock gone, 20 points to 12, and still putting some good touches together. Shows you some good backing up. Ian Pickavance on there, a try scorer there at Wembley in 96. We was actually stood with Ian Pickavance's mum and dad, sat I should say, at Wembley, as Chris Joint hacks it on, wide to Lachlan. Lachlan picks it up inside. Stanwell waves it on. Yeah, we was with Ian Pickavance's mum and dad, obviously with the Saints party that time, just having a little bit of, if you keep it quiet, Bacardi and Coke in disguise, and brandy and God knows what at an unearthly time of the morning.
I hope you didn't pay unearthly Wembley prices for them.
No, sneaked it in a pop bottle.
Oh, you did well then.
Yeah, incognito. Beavers. See, Beavers doesn't get any stick, does he? And he's on coaching staff at Wigan.
Well, they'll remember him as a Saint stalwart, won't they?
Well, he came with Meninga. He enjoyed it so much he stopped here. You know, but that's how it goes. He's still plying his trade there. He was at Bradford for ages. Then came to the Pie Eaters with Brian Noble. You've always got to mention the Pie Eaters, Steve. You being what do we say, a closet pie eater?
Well, I wasn't going to go down that line. I was just going to let everybody guess my accent to who I supported. But I just noticed you skirted through a couple of those Challenge Cup finals.
Oh yeah, well, you know, I mean, we got a good hiding in '89. We know that. But '91, I think we was robbed. But that's another story. We all think we were robbed at the time. We got done in '87, but we've come good since, haven't we? And we do the business. And still all the Challenge Cup at present. Oh, Lockers there, went for it. He knows the way, does Lockers.
Well, I just remember Lockers, not for St Helens, for scoring that intercept at Great Britain at Old Trafford. And I know we're not here for that, but I said to my son, who was about 10 then, I said, you're going to see history today, son? He says, why is that, Dad? I said, I think we might win these Ashes. And then there was that little forward pass by that Meninga. Oh, and Stan's going off to a great hand. But you had that great man Meninga who put a beautiful forward pass to Ricky Stewart, and they said, read it in the boots. But good hand there for Stan. Never put a foot wrong from the Saints point of view this afternoon.
No, he didn't. He's just going to be put back in dry ice, you know, because... Who's ref? Yeah, Bobby Golding. Bobby Golding reffing. Kirkpatrick with the Saints shirt on. He'll get a bit of stick, won't he? I mean, it just looks as though the blue... I mean, it's just the colour of the jerseys, I think. It looks as though they've got more on their side, doesn't it, Steve?
Yeah, it's all...
Who's on the bottom? Is it Carl Kirkpatrick?
Well, a long time ago, I played a game called Murder Ball. And the one you didn't like always got the ball, and everybody murdered him, and they did a good job there. And Bobby Goulding's playing on.
And they're still doing, and he's remonstrating with the referee. I'd give him 10 minutes here for mouthing, and Golding's done that. He's not standing any messing about, he's Golding.
thought I was going to take a card out there.
Well, he was lucky. He's telling him now, Bobby Golding, keep your mouth shut. They've got to do it. They've got to respect the ref, haven't they, Steve?
Yeah, but don't want any dissent at all in this game of ours. That's why we enjoy it so much, the family game. Oh, he's actually putting a tackle in there as well, it's Kirkpatrick.
Yeah, I know you've got to. I bet he's enjoying this. You know, he could make a comeback on the playing side.
Well, I'm just watching to see if he's learnt all these great horrible tactics, techniques, like, you know, you just go down accidentally with the knee. But Critchley's got the ball at the minute and he's well away from Kirkpatrick, who, fair play, is making sure that he's onside.
Well, we've taught him enough, haven't we, over the years? Steadman, acting half, along the line. League legends keep it going. O'Connor, blistering pace from O'Connor. Touches down to the left of the sticks. Well, he's gone a yard faster ever since he backed in.
Well, he put a dummy on Kirkpatrick, didn't he? So we might as well keep having a go at the man.
Yeah, well, that's easy. Anybody can dummy him, can't they? No problem with that. But 34 minutes gone. And O'Connor with the try, Steve. And he milks it, doesn't he?
Again, a character I've spoken to him many times. And once he starts talking, I hope what's... well, as they say, it's behind. Oh, very good that. Well, they're putting the flags up. I don't know whether Bobby Goulding saw that one or not, but always give it, so it's... So, I suppose we can blame that really on Carl Kirkpatrick, can't we? I mean, we might as well, might we?
Yeah, I don't see why. If he hadn't have started mouthing and what have you,
penalty.
Yeah, give the penalty, and obviously Saints have been penalised good style to the tune of 6 points, 26-12 the score. What are we talking about to the interval? 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Hey, it'd be fun in the bath after with him, won't it?
Well, I know on Sky they have 15 minutes between games these days. I don't know how long we won't have between this one, Ronnie.
No, and they're supposed to be here today, them two, aren't they? You know, Eddie and Steve. I thought they'd come up and give us a bit of a lift. And well, we could have had the old.
Steve would recognise more of these, wouldn't he?
Well, I don't know about that. He doesn't get many right when they're actually doing it, do they? You know, they've got all the high-tech equipment. We're just looking out live at the game, and we get them more right than they do.
Hey, very true that. Anyway, we've got these at Martin Crompton. I'll tell you what, he's not got any stick. I think one of his last clubs were Wigan before he went to Widnes, but he's just been wrapped up there.
Yeah, laughing all round. Sean Hoppy. He's got 23 on his back, even though Jason Roach did have 23 before. So, and David Lyon siding through. He looks fit, does Lyon, doesn't he? Tremendous stuff. Good servant to the game. As all these lads are great servants to rugby league, and obviously for our cause here this afternoon, which we mustn't forget, for Stephen Prescott. Now, obviously, Stephen's dad, Eric, big favourite of mine. When he played, blonde-haired, rampaging second rower. I know he played on the wing in the 70 Championship finals. I think he scored a couple of tries that day, but you could always rely on Eric. He was one real rough, tough house, but
could never miss him with that blonde hair, could you?
No, but quite, like I said, quiet on the pitch, just as he's there, Stephen. But the ball kicked through, Bernard Dwyer chasing it. It's gone dead. But they all look fit, don't they, Steve? That's amazing.
Well, I know that obviously Bernard works for the prison service. I'm not sure what he does there, but I imagine if he can, he'd be in that gym, like doing what needs to be done. But I think really considering, you know, if we start trying to be positive about the age of the players, they're playing at such a good pace, aren't they, the game?
Well, they are, and I mean, a few might be, obviously, we don't know how old they are, but they start young, don't they? They're starting here I mean, 93, 94 when Lockers had his testimonial here at Saints. You know, he'd been here 10 years. Then he went in 96 with Bernard Dwyer and Sonny Nicol as the legends break through. The referees brought him back.
Eagle-eyed Bobby, eh?
Yeah, but as you said, you know, they went to Bradford. He was at Bradford for 3 years. And he's still playing, I think he's playing football or something now, Locker's goalkeeper, and doing a good job. There's the half-time hooter, 12:26 at the interval in this exciting game. Saints legends versus league legends for the Stephen Prescott Fund. Both sides going off for lemons. Allegedly, is that what they say? Something like that, Steve.
You're through with the lemons bit then, but there you go. But rather spooky, Ronnie. Saints are 14 points behind.
But no problem. I think it's all part of the master plan. We'll see you for the second half.
Please welcome in the red nappy, Stuart Fielden. And in the blue nappy, it's Lee Radford.
Well, here we have the Sumo Challenge, part of the Steve Prescott Day here at Knowsley Road. Stuart Fielden and Lee Radford. Now these two, Steve, didn't they? They went in the boxing ring in Hull to raise funds for Steve Prescott. They raised about £60,000, I believe. The referee stopped it on a cut eye, with Radford winning, and I'm sure Fielden. Did he say Fielden in the blue nappy? Well, whatever, they're going to go battling again.
No, it's Fielden's in the red nappy, and I'm hoping he's going to make more drives than he's done for Wigan so far this year. Oh, and he's put Radford on his back.
And he goes in for the kill.
And like a good true pro, he goes in with the elbow when he's got him on his back. But
he can't get up, nothing new there. Too many pints of bodies.
I'm going to say too many pies, I thought I'd beat that one to you there, Ronnie.
But they're at it again, 1 fall to none.
And he's cheating. Owen, Radford put that one in there, Owen. Well, I've never seen Fielden. I've never seen Fielden play as well as this when he's wearing a cherry white shirt, Ronnie. And they're both gripping each other, but nothing's happening at all. And they're probably whispering sweet nothings in their ears. Don't you look well in them, blue or? Was that the old headbutt then? Or what?
I think it was, but it just reminded me then when you said they're both gripping each other and nothing's happening. Sounds like me and the wife. Or was it you, a wife? Anyway, one's down.
He doesn't say a lot. And I'm not sure. I think Radford's down again here.
Yeah, we're going blue. So here we go. The decider. So it's 1-1.
Well, I thought it was. It was 2-0 for Field, and just shows how biased I am.
Referee's decision's final.
He's so dramatic.
He's yeah. They're very fetching, aren't they?
With the emphasis on very. So they bang into each other again. They're gripping each other at good style again. And Fielden looks as if he's putting his head in again, or is he waving to somebody?
Well, big fall there, big press.
Well, Radford's done it again. He's got the upper hand and the bottom belly on Stuart Fielden.
And it's some belly that is, isn't it? So Radford wins the rematch at the Sumo Challenge.
Got to beat the Warriors.
All for, yeah.
That was God.
All for a good cause. Handshakes all round. Off the lads, they wobble off. Like what?
Weebles. The Weeblers. The Weeblers sumo men.
Well, what was that? What they did with Eddie Worthing and Stuart Hall and.
You mean it's a knockout?
Yeah, that's it.
Just on frontier.
Well, off they toddle and received the applause. Nearly 6,000 here this afternoon. A great turnout for Stephen Prescott for today. And I'm sure the lad will be speaking to the crowd later.
The beauty of it is, I mean, obviously early on this morning when we got here, it was throwing it down, then it's become fine rain. But them rugby league gods have nearly got it right. It stopped raining, unless I put the kiss of death on it. We just want a peak of sunshine coming through. But it's a fantastic turnout for Steve Prescott. And looking at it, it's not just speckies who've come over from St Helens. I've seen some Wigan shirts, I've seen some Leeds shirts, some old shirts, and that's what it's all about. It just doesn't really matter, you know, and considering there are also Super League games going on and there's National League games, it's a great turnout. The legends are on, and now come Saints, and they're 14 points behind. Ronnie, what do you think?
Oh, no problem, Steve, don't worry about it. I can see you're obviously gloating there, but don't worry about it. But
I never gloat. I do gloat. No, I never gloat, but like I said, they're 14 points behind as they were at Wembley in '96.
Chris Joyner is just eyeballing somebody. They're going to be a marked man for this second half. They're coming on a bit slowly. The Saints legends. Schofield was first out again. He's keen, he's sharp as a nut. Very controversial character, Gary Schofield, but he graced us with his presence before. He gave us an interview, and he's all fired up for it, just like Bobby Golding is for Saints.
Well, he's very passionate, isn't he, about everything. And Dwayne West has come on, and you never know, we might be able to come out with that iconic remark. I'll be quite honest, that was a fantastic try as Jointy got, but he got plays on his inside and outside, and it's a good job he went over, because he'd have been out of that Premiership, he'd have got stick off his coach, but he went over, and Saints went on to win the trophy that year again.
We was
again and again and again.
Yeah, of course. It's when Sky are here at Nosey Road, we had always poo-pooed, and we ended up on the restaurant roof that time, and I was cheering as Joint came down. I didn't get the wide to West. Obviously, that's an Eddie Hemmingsism, but I know. But we got the end result. There's Philip Leavesley, drives the ball up. Young Philip. Oh, and they're lifting him and they're driving him back. He needs a bit of help from the Saints. But he plays the ball. Philip there, who won the competition. A phone in to take part today. His mum and dad are down below. Kate and Jack, both staunch Saints fans, as is Philip over the years. Only a young fella, he was lapping it up. I was kidding him that it was full-blown, full tackle, as I said before, but he was quite happy with that. But obviously it is tackle, but it's not too heavy. As Jointy comes through, he's laughing away, Jointy. He wants to sneak it out.
He said that when you got Barry McDermott and Terry O'Connell lifting you up, you might be laughing about it, but you're just wondering which way you're going to land.
Yeah, that's true. Kirkpatrick back refereeing. No end to this man's talents, is there?
Well, he's multi-skilled. He's used to refereeing in front of one man and his dog, and now he's got 5,000, nearly 6,000 in front of him. It must be pleasing and gratifying for him in that respect, Ronnie.
Yeah, well, this one man and his dog, that's where they put him in pens, innit, and use a whistle and get him out on the outward run, and isn't it that, Steve? I bet he referees on that as well. Yeah, but a failed drop goal attempt. Jason Roach now. The big lad Roach, my word. Oh, big tackle there. Ian Connor.
That old gang tackle, that, Ronnie.
Well, Ian Connor, he wants to, yes.
I hope.
Roach, he doesn't know which way, is it? Roach, he doesn't know which way he's going, but Connor's on the big lad. I remember I was talking to Connors before. I think it was against Featherstone up here, and Connors went over, and then a big brawl broke out. There's Jake the Peg, Chris Smith. The ball comes back. Saints keep it alive. Good handling stuff. Sean Hoppy. Dwyer inside. Scotty Gibbs, that, isn't it? Chris Joint again. Support. Yeah, Neil Holding. Nice to see Neil Holding out there. Fine competitor. Tremendous. Did the pre-match, didn't he, Steve? And he does a good job here.
What I like about Neil Holden is he's an entertainer. He was an entertainer when he wore, you like this one, when he wore the red V for St Helens, and when he comes on doing, when he did come on doing the warm up, he gets everybody going. I know that we were talking before we came on air that he upset the Wigan fans a few years ago. Who I support. I'm sure some of your listeners who get this now. But the bottom line is, I thought that was hilarious that day. The Wigan fans didn't, but he's great and he gets the crowd going. And I think Great Britain even had him helping up to warm up a couple of years ago, Ronnie. So it just shows how he's held in high esteem.
Yeah, he is. He's a great entertainer. He's always willing to give interviews, as we interviewed him before. He's here in the press box doing interviews and commentary on the match days at the Saints games. He puts his heart and soul in here as the ball's chipped through. Graham Hallis is chasing it. Oh, Hallis knocks it forward, unlucky there, just couldn't tip it. But as I said, Neil is there, as you're right, he does a good job here. He used to be on the pitch before, winding him up, and the trouble is now, some of these with no sense of humour, a lot of people now with no sense of humour. Too much political correctness, it doesn't go down well. I don't think it's right, but that's just it. Few double entendres, some can take it, some can't. We can take it, but not everybody likes it. Anyway, here ended the first lesson, and Neil Holding's going to feed the scrum, Steve.
You know what, you had me thinking about that programme I've laughed at, what's just finished for a couple of weeks ago, that Life on Mars, Political Correctness FC, that were, and I I did appreciate when that young lad, the guest, Philip Leavesy, makes his first drive there, and it's not a bad one, and he correctly does a quick play of the ball, and he gets it out to Bernard Dwyer, who makes a few more meters, and the fist went in there, but we're not worried about it. Jointy straightens up, and he's wrapped up, but Gary Connolly involved. The ball comes loose. The line judge is just giving. Well, I thought he was giving Jointy the thumbs up, but he's all's fair in love and war, and Kirkpatrick gets a nice little hug there from O'Connor.
I think there's something going on there. He slipped him a tenner before, and now they're having a group hug. I mean, when they make it...
I love he's never having to say you're sorry from that great film, Ronnie, and they've just shown it there, O'Connor and Kirkpatrick.
Well, if you say so, but as long as they don't make it compulsory, I'm not bothered. O'Connor puts the ball downfield.
New dimension to his game there.
Sean Hoppy being chased by one of the Humes. Number 13, David Hume. And they look fit, don't they, the Hume brothers? My word. Played for Widnes for many years. O'Connor a Widnes lad. He's all over Dwayne West there. Chris Joynt's having a breather. Scotty Gibbs. Alan Hunt. Oh, the referee's giving it forward. Boos from the popular side, Faithful.
Well, the other one involved in that chase with Tolson Tullett, who was first in here. I mean, I think he got here before us, Tolson Tullett, from down London, didn't he?
He was here quite early. He was the first one to speak to us. Always, nobody's turned us down today. They're very affable characters, and it just shows you that's how our rugby league fraternity, the old Steve Prescott in great esteem, doesn't he? There, Neil's on there.
Yeah, he's come on.
Got 14 on, I think.
And he's wearing number 14.
Yeah, well, Hunty's got 14 on.
Yeah.
He had 14.
So he's come on. He must be getting a great thrill being involved with this as well. Or perhaps not the circumstances he wanted, but to be on this hallowed turf here at Northern Road. And hello, here we go. This must be for Carl's benefit here. And that goes not straight down the middle, and it's he's bringing it back now in theory. Then if it doesn't go in, it should be a scrum, I'm sure, at this game here. But we're trying again. Carl just showing off here that he's showing that he knows the rules here, and he's telling them there's got to be a gap in between each other. And here we're all set for a lift here. 25's going up for it. Trying to have a quick shove to you. 25 is. It's Graham Allus, who I think I can't remember whether he had a go at the dark side, but Saints had the ball, but it goes back to these legends. And having said that, Saints have been involved in cross-code games, so they know all about this boring game, don't they?
Yeah, we was involved against the Sale Sharks, Steve, that's right. But they just had that for Kirkpatrick's benefit, because that's where he's going, isn't he? The sun comes out, and lovely line out.
I reckon he's not too far off being in this Zurich Premiership, which is a Premier competition. So I know we're having a laugh and joke about him, but obviously it just shows he's held in high esteem. And if he can get in that so quickly, fair play. We can always say, like some of our other players who've gone to the dark side, he's come from league.
Yeah, he's come from league too. Like Andy Faddle, I believe. Andy Faddle obviously he was out, wasn't he, for a while. He went to rugby union, but I believe Kirkpatrick he's on a £4 million contract to come from the RFL to the RFU or whatever it is, and whether that's right or not I don't know.
Was that the FU bit?
Yeah, that's a vicious rumour anyway.
Well, he'll be able to.
Vila Matautia slips it away. Golden, Sids keep it alive. Tommy Martin just knocked down, it's all on. New Love, the big man drives it up. Typical. Tommy Martin again. Good handling. Bernard Dwyer, Bobby Golding, Tommy Martin. Anything can happen. Philip Leavesley. The referee's let it go on. I thought Philip had gone on his own. But Matautia, no, he's give it. He's not give it. No wonder O'Connor and Kirkpatrick high five again.
But now we're having high fives.
I think there's something definitely going on. something to do with lifting and shirts, is that it? No? No comment.
Well, I suppose it's that friendly rivalry being a Warrington and a Widnesian. Have nothing to do with the fact that he played for Wigan.
No, that's true. Tommy Martin, good tackle. The legends, the league legends, looking at the referee. And there's the other Hume brother just slipped on. No scoring in the second half. 10 minutes has gone. Great stuff. Oh, O'Connor and Northey exchanging pleasantries. All good fun, Steve. Good pass out. There's some lovely handling, isn't there?
Superb. I mean, you know, it's just off the cuff stuff, and it's all going well for. Well, he must have upped the ante, Terry O'Connor and Carl Kirkpatrick, because offside in this game. I can't believe it. Just one on the blind side there from St Helens as young Phil Leavesley comes off for Phil Vevers, who gets a clap, even though we know where he's at now at the moment. But I hope there's juggling's a word that comes to mind here, and all juggling off the cuff, but Saints were up for it.
Yeah, they certainly were. Great stuff again. League legends move it along the line. Schofield, Tommy Martin. Oh, it's there. Newlove, he changes hands. Oh, brilliant Newlove. Super stuff. 10 minutes gone. And big Paul Newlove. The ball was loose. Oh, the referee's not give it. He's given a knock on. He's brought it back. O'Connor's been at him again.
Well, hey, Arsenal. I don't know how much he's paid him, but what can well, we've had high fives, now we're having a rap, for want of a better expression.
Well, I think it was what did he say? Is it, what was his name, that Australian fella? A Hopawati? Is that what we call it? The Hopawati hug? Because he's definitely kissed him on all cheeks, didn't he, though?
I'm going to say a bit cheeky, that one there. But I think you'll like this one, Ron. I think Saints are getting a bum deal here.
Yeah, they definitely did at that. They're looking for Tommy Martin offside. Lee Jackson, he was just holding on to it there. Schofield doing the loop movement. Passes over the top. The league legends. As was it Phil Vevers? Good tackle. No problem. Been under more balls than Joan Collins, Phil Vevers. I said that about him in 1990, and nothing ever changes. Old habits die hard. It's a pity Les Quirk wasn't here and taking part, because he's scored a few orgasmic tries as well. But there we go.
Well, I'm not going down there. You must have seen more of it. He's orgasmic tries than I have, but the legends put a long ball out as he goes to. It went to Schofield, but Alan Hunt's intercepted and it comes inside. Offloads to Phil Vevers. Phil Vevers puts a back flip in to Danny Arnold, who scored 2 tries in '96. Still driving forward. O'Connor's involved in the tackle, and we're on the Saints 40-metre line. And Vevers is at acting half-back. Gives it out to Bobby Goulding. Puts that ball to Smith, gives it to Tommy Martin, and he puts it through there for Anthony Sullivan. Picks it up. He's got to Ampson to beat. Shrugs him off. Shrugs his winger off. Goes out to Martin. Martin there. Harlem Globetrotters style. Ball still in play, but unfortunately we have an eagle-eyed line judge who says that Tommy went into touch. Saints get a great chance from the Speckies, and it's going to be scrum head and feed to the legends, who still hold that 14-point lead. And Steve Prescott's come on for his brother Neil Prescott, and he's just going to join the line now. But he gets another great hand, and like I say, it's brightening up. We might actually get... Oh, Precky has it! And Precky's in under the H's! What a way to come on! You couldn't have wrote the script better than that. And that try on 53 minutes. The Saints getting a scrum makes it League Legends 26, the Saints 16. And what better man to come on than to bring the comeback than the man himself, Steve Prescott, who's now going to try and turn his 4 into the 6. The tee cut, the tee goes on, and he lines it up, and he scores back. Puts over another goal. He put 66 over for Saints in his 119 games. So we'll call that 100 and we'll call that now. He's at 67.
He scored 52 tries, 66 goals, 340 points. I know you say 119 appearances, I only making 115 and 2 subs, being 117, but I mean, my stats may not be up to as the main statistical persons that we have here. But obviously his debut was in September 93 against Lee. He was sub and he played. That was a number 14 sub. He went to Hull. 98, obviously part of a £350,000 deal with Alan Hunt and Simon Booth. And I think there's only Simon Booth, as far as I'm aware, and Kieran Cunningham, who played last night, that aren't here from the 96 team. But Brecky again, scything through, gives it to Vivers. Vivers back to Prescott. He's up and about, isn't he? He's moving well. He's in for a second. Steve Prescott. The lad said he wanted to take part. As we said before, Steve, he's amazed at the people that are here to help him. And he's starting this treatment this week, or last week I should say. And he looks well, doesn't he?
He certainly does, and it was a battler on the field, gave 100%, and he's given 100% in relation to his illness. And it was a good try that, it still needed scoring. And he's come on and scored off back-to-back sets. As we've said in relation to all the players, you never lose something that you've always had. And he's shown that with those breaks. And when he came on in the first half as well. Now then, he hits it well. It's spiralling towards the Maches. And flags go up.
You're obsessed with this 14, that's your trouble. But great work, obviously, Steve Prescott. He'll be enjoying himself out there, won't he? There is part of the action, and obviously we are pleased that he is, and he'll be pleased that he's fit to take part. Obviously, his wife Lindsay, sons Taylor, 5, and young daughter Kobe, 8 months. Is it 2 sons he's got, hasn't he, I think? Anyway, yeah, Kobe, I think the son, 8 months. I just presume that was his daughter before, but obviously I've got that wrong. New Love, Vivers, Bobby Golding. Oh, and Golding throws the ball at Kirkpatrick in disgust.
Well, Gary Schoolfield's wanting him sent off there. I think we're going to that round ball thing.
Yeah, that's true. I must apologise if we've got any of the details wrong before. Obviously, Dad Eric, Mum Pat, brother Neil, who's taking part today, and sister Suzanne. And obviously very proud of the son, the brother, and a great occasion for him, but obviously not under the circumstances. But he was fishing for the interception there, wasn't he, Steve? There's no messing about with him.
Well, it was just a couple of inches away rather than feet, and like I said, just shows that he has still got it, and he puts the tackle in there as well, stops Stevie Hampson, and it looks like Farrell's got the ball as he ducks under 4 Saints players, and I think I'll be doing the ducking as well with those that have went into that tackle. And it's Lee Jackson, a cracking player for all. Oh, and that's the hit of the game. That is the moment that everyone at Knowsley Road were waiting for, when Bobby Goulding went in, ball and all, helmet and all, body and all, on St Helens' favourite son, Gary Connolly, who, fair play, has taken it in the spirit. He's taken it, but having said that, he had to, didn't he, Ronnie?
Oh, he had to take it, but what a shoulder charge, my word. And then he was up in the air, wasn't he, Golding, when Kirkpatrick gave the decision. He was chuffed to bits with that.
He's replaced by David Lyon.
Tremendous shoulder charge. I'll tell you, there's a few old scores maybe settled here before we finish, Steve, but tremendous stuff. Northey, David Lyon. Lovely touches along the line. Vivers offers the ball. Good running, Sean Hoppy. Well, thank you very much. That's it. That's all on. Let's keep going. Anthony Sullivan, Tommy Martin. Martin! Lovely hands. Crossfield kick. Alan Hunt's chasing it. Oh! Tremendous! They don't lose it. Alan Hunt's mum and dad are here today. I was talking to his dad before, and he'll be chuffed with that, won't he? Always supports his son wherever he goes.
Yeah, that was a magnificent St Helens try. It came from to me to you. Kevin Ellis must have got the shot, the call, and didn't hear the St Helens stroke Lee accent of Tommy Martin, who got the ball, made the break, and he put a beautiful crossfield kick in with the old left peg. And the kick was only as good as its chase, and Hunty got there first to go over for the try line. And it's just like watching a Union game there, as the opposition come up as close as they can to put the kicker off. Now, whether that means they're walking forward because they're going off or not, I'm not sure. But now we're having a change of referee, and Evergreen Stan Wall is coming back on to make sure proceedings perhaps go the way that they were intended before the game started. If you know where I'm coming from, Ronnie.
Yes, I know what you mean. And obviously that's why they can only bring him on at short bursts, because of his age. He can only come in short bursts, can't he? But there we go, as it's kicked up, and Vivas, is it Vivas? I can't. No, it was Carl Hammond. It was that got it, and then they got it going. All coming that try. Great work by the Saints legends. All coming from that Bobby Golding shoulder charge. Now we're flicking the ball out. Martin again, heavily involved was Martin. New love. I'll tell you, there's...
Barry were a bit high there, weren't they?
Oh, I don't know. Mark Lee. Tremendous competitor, Mark Lee. Years of service here at Saints, then at Salford. Anthony Sullivan looking for that flick ball, it didn't come. Martin, Golding, chips it. Sean Hoppy chasing. Gets his man, no, does he, Eck? He's like, hey, no, that's Willie Eck is like, isn't it, in Corrie?
It is, these league legends have got it, and Bobby were jumping in, so I look and see if it was Gary Conley, but it's somebody else, so he certainly took up for, I think, Graham Stedman he was going for then. And Barry McDermott gets a nice flat ball out there to Brad Eppie, I think that is, who's stopped in his tracks. And I'm not sure whether Cherry O'Connor was due for that, or Gary Conley. But Sean Hoppy's going, will Stan give this try? As he turns round and looks at the referee. And Stan gives that try without consulting his line judges. And then Hoppy pops it over for a converted try. And a little bit of stepping class then from St Helens as he went in for that try. And they've now taken the lead, and at the moment these league legends haven't got any points on the board yet. It looks as if Saints are ready to dominate.
Yeah, 32-26. Have we had the goal kick?
Yeah,
did he get it?
Yeah, he just did.
Oh, right. So it's 34. Right. I was just writing down. Hoppy, was it?
Yeah, Hoppy followed up his try and just nonchalantly turned round and flicked over and put a little drop goal in, Ronnie.
Right, so 34-26. I was just jotting it down on my pad. When he was on about Stan Wall, he was waiting. He give us anything, Stan Wall. He's a fantastic referee for Saints. There's no messing about. You know, they think I've only got one eye here at Saints, but Stan Wall, it's a toss-up whether he's got, he's got a good one.
I can't believe you've only got one eye for the Red V, Ronnie.
Yeah, red and white eye. Did you not know that, Steve? Anyway, he's give us a scrum down. Bobby Golding again. Bobby Golding will be prompting him, you know. He'll be slipping him a shilling after.
Quite right. Well, I suppose if Terry O'Connor can afford the tennis to Carl Kirkpatrick, Bobby can afford the show. Oh,
Alan Hunt, superb take and round the man. And there again, what a sight to see Alan Hunt motoring up the wing and then comes back inside. And it's been all Saints this second half, Steve.
Yeah, that brings the score up now to 38 points to 26. And Alan Hunt there took a beautiful ball on the crash. Left Steve Hampson floundering for that try. And now Alan Hunt's going to try and add the extras to bring the 40 up. And he'll be happy with his performance because, again, I don't think... Well, I put the kiss of death on him there, didn't I? He would have been happy with his performance up to that kick because I'm sure he was like a few of the players. He weren't sure whether they were going to play in tick and pass or whether they were going to play full-on tackle. And his knees will be well weary and cranked up when he's done after this, Ronnie.
Maybe they will, but I tell you, I've said it before, they still look fit, these guys. Obviously they've got it up there in the head. They're still youngsters in the head, 18, but the old body, as you said, Steve, it only takes so much. And I mean, there's a guy here, he gets his own first share of stick, Gary Connolly, here every time he came. And what annoys me is, we know he went to Wigan. He couldn't agree terms here at St Helens, but he went to Wigan and obviously he won a hell of a lot at Wigan. He plied his trade there. I often think about any other job, that if somebody's going to offer you bigger money, guaranteed contract for X amount of years, that you can't get where you are, you're going to go, aren't you? Well, but I wouldn't go commentating for Wigan.
No, I'm not stuck for words. I mean, it's like anything.
For any money.
Oh, yes, he would. No, he wouldn't. I know I spoke to Gary Conn about this, and I think the bottom line would, if Saints had made him an offer, or whatever the offer was, he'd have stayed at Saints. But what I was trying to say, Ronnie, was it's a short-lived career, this rugby league career, and it's more full on, and the amount of injuries that we're getting these days, as it were, that career can get curtailed in a short time. So, if the money's there, you go for it. And whatever way you look at him, if you take away the Wigan St Helens equation, he was a great servant for Great Britain. And there weren't many centres got past him on that Great Britain shirt, was there?
No, you bob on there. He's there again. He's got the ball. And the legend, Seamus McCallion there, just centre field. He just missed out on it. Martin Crompton has it. The league legends keep it going. They're looking to score points in this second half. They haven't managed to trouble the scoreboard operator. They're trailing by 12. It's 38 to the Saints, 26 to the league legends. O'Connor! They're pressing now. Saints defence. Oh, they've made a right hash of that, but Stan Wally penalise him. No danger. Head and feed to the Saints. Knock on is given. See, lovely Stan. Well, I don't know. It's Barry thingy that, and it Barry McDermott. He's gone off. And Chris Smith, many tries for the Saints. Good handling. Anthony Sullivan, not catch Sully, will you? The flying wingman, Anthony Sullivan, extends the lead. Another wingman there, that it was good to see him with ball in hand, because Sullivan, he could certainly motor. Scored many tries for the Saints, and good backing up. Paul Loughlin's going to have a go now. Sullivan's opting out.
Well, that was a magnificent try, and the ball went down the line, and Chris Smith made the break, and then passed it out to Anthony Sullivan, who still shows a great turn of pace. A great servant for the club and a great favourite to the club. And the extras go over from Lockers, right between the H's, no problem there. I wouldn't say it's an unassailable lead, but Saints do appear to be in command. And again, it all came from that mistake down at the bottom end when the Legends lost the ball, Ronnie.
Yeah, Chris Smith, as you said, he's a prolific wingman for the Saints. Came from Cass. Anthony Sullivan finished off. Paul Loughlin there popped the 2 points over. Loughlin still holder of the most points in a match, 40 points against Carlisle in '86 when the Saints won 112-0.
Did you commentate on that one as well, Ronnie?
Yes, I did. I thank you very much, Steve. I'm very proud to say that in my time here at Saints, which we're talking about 22 seasons now, that I've done 100 wins by the Saints, 104-12 against Trafford Borough and 112-0 against Carlisle. And Lockers that day, how many goals did he get? He got 40 points, so there was 2 tries, so the 16 goals that'd be, wouldn't it? And 2 tries, 40 points, still stands today.
I'll tell you what, I mean, I know we said about it, he's looking very, very, I wouldn't like to guess how old he is, Lockers, because he's been out to the game a while, but he's looking well, isn't he? But Stan's blown up there, and he's having a word with the Legends forwards, I should say the Legends forwards having a word with him there. Bobby's having a chat with us today. Come here, Stan, how is this? But and that's a knock on there by Kevin. Oh, yeah, he's got it sorted. Bobby's got it back, gives it to Tommy Martin, who gives it to Chris Joynt, who comes inside up to the halfway line. It's a drive forward by Picker Vance, who gets through happy, I think he is. He gets it out to Hunter, and Hunty's getting a facial. One Wiganer giving a facial to another Wiganer, and who's in there to stop it? A Widneesian who played for Wigan, Bobby Goulding. But as Kenny Everett to say, it's all done in the best possible taste, and Saints come away with a ball by Eck, or words to that effect. And it's Neil Holding drives it forward. Buffer there took one for his corner. But what a superb offload as Bobby Goulding goes to acting half-back, and it's going down that far side. He's half-stopped. He's nearly stopped. Hammond stretches over for another Saints try with 9 minutes left, which brings us 48 points up to the Saints. Can they reach that magic 50? But great play, really, when you think about it, though. And he carried on going, and when he was stopped, stretched his hand out like a catapult over the try line. We've got an attempt here from Matt Dermott. I was going to say he's done a better job than he did in his last game for Leeds Rhinos, but he's not, he missed. So he's got an 100% record with a boot there on here. But going out for a quick one, and the ball goes out to Donoghue, who gives it to Asina Milo. And that was a magnificent pass from forward to nobody. Neil Holding shouted for it, and it managed to go dead. Well, look who's refereeing now. That's why he's been paying Carl Kirkpatrick. We've got Terry O'Connor officiating now.
All right, he's still got the jersey on, though, hasn't he? But he's.
Well, he could be doing it.
Oh yeah. No, but it's not the Saints jersey. No, it is a referee's jersey. Oh, that'll be play on. Just pick it up, Danny, and get going. Don't worry about it. O'Connor doesn't know what he's doing. He does. He's given offside. He's adhering to the rules. And I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get down here. He might sin bin a few.
Well, Bobby Goulding's got to have a chance of going.
Oh, no danger. But the Legends were driving forward, whoever that is. Mick McTeague, I think. And they're after getting O'Connor's shorts off for whatever reason. Practical joker off the pitch. And obviously he's going to get some ribbing, isn't he? He's got to line up with the Saints. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't all get on him, gang on him like they did with... Well, they put it off the ball there, didn't they? Paul, forward, Buffer, Precky on again. Scotty Gibbs. Sean Hoppy just couldn't control it. O'Connor, anything can happen. Look at the. He's got some lovely hand signals, hasn't he, Steve?
Yeah, he was very, very well.
Is it semaphore? Oh,
Well, it's either that or he could have been them table tennis bats, and he could go to Liverpool Airport.
He wasn't. What was them? The YMCA, them the village people. Was he part of them?
Well, it makes you wonder ways they were tapping up Carl Kirkpatrick's derriere. Anyway, he's wanting I don't know what he's getting there like. I don't know whether he's doing an aerobic exercise at minute here, but he's making some very good hand movements. No, I'm not good down there. It's a family video, DVD. And it's a good hit and spin there by the Legends with two Saints players in the attack, and we're about 8 metres away. Ball going down the line, Ellis. Another great player, Mark Dermott there, driving through, ball in one hand, couldn't get it out. And he gets sacked to Ellis, and the ball going down the line again, in close quarters, Schofield. But it's stolen, whatever happened, whoever had it. Well, that's called the best belly flop I've seen for a while. Hey up. Well, all I can see from here is some hand movements, and it's looking good. It's looking good for Owen. And O'Connor's now running on. But Saints have got it. Martin was trying to, well, he did manage to get offload. It goes out to Prescott, to Goulding. Goulding gives it to Joint. Joint's got a clear field in front of him. Flicks it inside to Goulding. Goulding over his head. And it's Hoppy. Hoppy's got Precky on his right. Precky has the ball. Kevin Ellis meets him. And Kevin Ellis is nearly as popular as Liam Matoutia. As Bobby Goulding goes on the blind side, and let's Kevin Ellis know what he thinks about that. 4 minutes left. And everybody stopped. 48-26 for the Saints legend. 4 minutes left. And a beautiful ball to O'Connor, who he's exploiting the play, getting involved, gives it to Connell, and he's blown his whistle for some reason. I don't know why. But free flowing rugby.
Oh, it's tremendous.
Possibly got a yellow card?
No, Neil Holding had the ball before, didn't he? And the PA system come on for an announcement. Neil Holding thought it was the Avon lady calling, dropped the ball, and the legends, the league legends, picked it up. But the last flurry, and I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't have 30 aside, Steve. Coming, there's the punch up on. Yes, it was only a matter of time, Steve. All scores to be settled. Alan Hunt. Yeah, he wants the referee, that's right. The referee's down. Somebody's got to be spoken to. The cat, Paul Farber. Well, he better get the tissues out. He's not happy with it. Yes, he's handbags at 15 paces or whatever they call. Oh, he's given the card.
Matt Dermott. Well.
And McDermott doesn't like it. He's not bothered. What did he say? 19 times he's been at the judiciary. He's got his own park inspector.
Well, he's given him a red as well, so Barry's going to get in the bath first as Precky comes away with it. Cuts inside opposite, down the middle, an angled run. Puts the ball out to Bobby Goulding, who were held in the without the ball. And it's still free-flowing rugby.
We ask, ladies and gentlemen, that you please do remain in the stadium for the end-of-game presentations and announcements. And we'd like to thank you all for joining us here at Dursley Wood. The official match attendance is 5,759.
What a magnificent turnout. The day's brightened up as the game's gone on. And it's brightened up for the right reasons in a great spectacle from both legend sides. And at the moment, well, I think... it's all done in the name of entertainment, and we've been regally entertained this afternoon. And the whistle goes to the end proceedings of this game, the Steve Prescott game, and it's finished Saints 48, League Legends at 26. Ronnie, if you want to describe it or praise the action.
Well, Steve, we don't need to say about the action. The lads have done it on the field. I know I can speak for you, and no doubt you'll tell me your tale yourself, but it's been a pleasure and a privilege to be part of this game today, to raise funds for Steve Prescott, and I just hope that everybody digs their hands in the pocket and buys this DVD, round about £7. They put their hands in the pocket, they've put money in the buckets, they've done everything, but it's great that all these lads have got together, isn't it, to support this lad in his hour of need.
I've not prepared a speech, as you can tell, but it's just been thrown on me. But I just want to thank, on behalf of all my family and all my friends, everybody who's turned up today. I mean, we've just touched on I can see Wigan shirts, I can see Leeds shirts, You can see Hull shirts, you can see shirts from all the rugby community have got together, and all the fans have come out to help me in this difficult time. I just want to thank everybody for that. I also want to thank the players for turning up, because if you wasn't here, lads, there wouldn't have been a game. But I want to thank you for giving up your time, your effort. I know there's a lot of you travelled today for this game. I just want to thank you, because you're all stars to me, superstars, all of you. Okay, thank you. I also want to thank these guys here. Without these guys, this event wouldn't have took place. These deserve all the credit. These guys have done this off their own back, and you know they just put everything into it. They put the main jobs aside to help fundraise this. I just want to thank you guys for that. Thank you very much. It's times like this where you know you realise who your friends are, and I by looking at this today I feel like I've got loads of friends and loads of supporters and loads of help. I just really appreciate everybody that's made an effort today, and every well-wisher that I've not had time to thank or anything. I just want to do it now. Okay, thank you everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve